the moment I wanted to give up and what I did instead. I'm about to take you back to the moment where I almost gave up. Not figuratively, literally. This is the moment that broke me, but it also built the version of me that's sitting here today. Everybody talks about the comeback. Nobody talks about the night you cried alone in your car. Nobody posts the days you couldn't move your legs. Nobody claps for the moment you decide, I'm not quitting even if it hurts. So let me be the one to say, the version of you is worth celebrating. There was a day, I still remember the exact corner I was sitting on, where I looked up and said, God, if there's still something in me, you better show me because I'm done. And that is when something shifted. Not because it got easier, but because something in me got louder than my pain. That day made a decision. I made a decision not to be fearless, not to have it all figured out, but to just take the next step. I showed up scared. I showed up unsure, but I showed up. And maybe that's what you need to hear right now. You don't have to be ready. You just have to be done with sitting still. This podcast, it's not about me. It's about what happens when a regular human refuses to stay down. I know what it feels like to be underestimated, to be overlooked, to wonder if your life is ever going to feel like yours again. And I'm telling you right now, you don't need more time. You need to trust the fire inside of you again. So here's my challenge to you. What would happen if you didn't quit this time? This is a reminder. You were not buried. You were planted. And it's time to grow louder than your excuses. There is something deep within you that holds the gift that you were born with. Everybody is born with a gift to share with the world. There are different types of gifts, and that includes the gift of hope, the gift of encouragement, the gift of dance, the gift of intelligence, the gift of leadership. The list can go on and on. And you can develop this gift into different categories, into education, politics, sports, into so many different things. And keep in mind that everybody's gift is different. And that's why it's so important and it's so vital that you do not compare your journey to other people, because everybody has different paths in life. And we're going to encounter moments where we compare our lives to others and we overanalyze situations. For example, why is this person so much further ahead than me and I've been working harder than them? It's okay to feel that for a second, but just let it go. It's normal, but you can always change the way that you think. Instead of saying, okay, why is that person ahead of me? You can think, that's amazing that they're accomplishing their goals for their life. That means it's possible for me to do the same. I can accomplish my goals in my life based on the gifts that I have, and it's going to be a different path. So when it's a positive type of comparison like that, in terms of they are the proof that it's possible, then that's healthy. Something that always is repetitive for me, I repeat it every day, is I love who I am. I love what I do. I love the pace in which I learn. I don't want to be anybody else but me. I say that on a daily basis because it's easy to just compare yourself to others, especially if you're in a very dark place right now in your life, or you're overcoming obstacles at work or in school or whatever the situation is. It's easy to just walk around and be mopey and see everybody around you laughing, having a great time, or being single and seeing all these couples around you. You always have to keep in mind the perspective. You have to adjust it. Instead of saying, why isn't this happening for me? Or why me? And being in the victim mentality, you have to analyze your life and say, hey, I got a promotion at my job. I got my own apartment. I have food in my fridge. I have water. I can take a shower on a daily basis because I have water. I have a bed to sleep on. Looking for those victories and being thankful and grateful for the things that you do have versus the things that you don't have. And you can always set goals. You can always set goals for yourself. Let's say you've accomplished these goals and you are grateful for everything you have, and you are inspired by somebody else's journey. That is different. You're inspired by somebody else's journey. They inspire you to become a better version of yourself. And in my last episode, we talked about surrounding yourself with people that inspire, motivate you to become a better version of yourself. They're high quality people, high quality friends and family. When you're surrounded by people who are great, when you surround yourself with greatness, you become greatness in your own way. And you'll start to realize that people who are high quality, they will never bring you down and they won't sabotage you. They will encourage you. They will pursue their goals and support you as well and be there for you. I've noticed that there's never jealousy. There's never comparison, because when you're around high quality people and you become a high quality person yourself, which is so important, and you are capable of doing this. I have an ebook that talks about this that I wrote, and you can visit my website, getupshowupnevergiveup.store, to read the book. It basically mentions that you are setting your own goals for yourself, your own standards. You're in control of what you can control in your life, which is goal setting. What can you do on a daily basis to achieve those goals? And you are your only competition. You have to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, and so on and so forth. And it's so important to document this progress. Document it, journal, set calendars with dates. Okay, I'm going to set this goal and it needs to be completed by this date. And you try your best. You try your best to complete that goal. And if you don't complete it by that date, but you're working very hard, don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just keep doing your best and accomplish the goal, because sometimes we plan things, and this is what I've learned recently, that we plan to do things in a certain time frame. We do everything in our power to do it, right? And then life comes up with these these moments where it changes the timeline, and you just have to learn how to adapt to those situations and continue to work towards your goal, but don't let that detour distract you from achieving it. Because if you can't go with plan A, there's plan B. There's a different plan that you can obtain to achieve that goal. And that's the competition there. The competition is to overcome that. The competition is to get there no matter what. Get to your goal no matter what. And you got to fight through it. You got to get through that. And you will achieve it no matter what. Because if there's a will in your spirit, you're going to find a way to make it happen no matter what. Okay? And I actually went through this recently with my podcast. I wanted to launch the podcast about a month ago, and there were some things that set me back a little bit, but I made it happen, and we're here today. We're here today. You're listening to this, and I have so many people subscribing to this podcast. So welcome to our new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining the movement. I'm very excited to have you guys on board. This is all about building each other up. We all have a way to accomplish our goals, but we have to write them down. You can't just think it. You have to do it. You have to take action, because you can dream a dream and you can continue to dream it every night, every day, every night, and then ask, I would love this. Why isn't nothing happening? Baby, you have to make it happen. You have to work for it. You have to make your dreams come true by working towards them. They're not just going to fall into your lap. They're not just going to pop up in your life. You need to work towards these goals. Write down all the goals that you need to accomplish to get to the next point, which is that success story. So, for example, let's say you want to become a doctor. What do you have to do to become a doctor? You have to go to school, right? What type of school do you need to go to be the best doctor, to work at the best hospital? You just keep on breaking it down little by little by little. You just break it down, and then you set a standard for yourself. Okay, this month I'm going to work on this so that I can get to step 2. And so on and so forth. That's how you just have to break everything down. And in my book, I show you how to do that. I show you how to break everything down so that you can work on your goals, see the overall plan. That way you set yourself accountable to achieve them and change your mindset to a leader mindset, a winning mindset. Get with the winning team, guys. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to get easier. At times it's going to be loud. There are going to be people trying to distract you, people from your past, or I've noticed when you're starting to get closer to achieving your goal, I've noticed chaos kind of breaks out to try and distract you. And that's when you know you're getting close. That's a good thing. And that's the way you shift your mindset. Not, why is all this happening all of a sudden? It's, I'm getting closer to achieving my goal. This is a sign that I'm even closer than I thought. And your confidence and your faith in yourself, it will be louder than any other type of noise that's surrounding you. You won't be able to hear anything else but what you believe in, and that is you. Nothing can stop you. Nobody can stop you. Whatever is meant for you will always be yours, and nobody has the power to take that away from you, because what belongs to you is yours only, and it won't go to anybody else. And there's going to be times when you're working towards your goals that you're going to feel like you're running out of time, and you want to rush yourself and you want to rush the process, but you can't do that. Realizing that trusting the process, being patient and kind to yourself is essential. That's the only way that I've known. That's the only way. You got to get through it and be patient. Take it one day at a time and celebrate your small victories. Celebrate every single win, not just the finale. You have to celebrate all the small victories along the way. And believe in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter how many people say no to you. You're going to find a way to accomplish your goals. And you're going to find that person who will finally tell you yes. Life is going to test you. And you have to keep up. But you have to keep up at your pace. Your own pace. Everybody has a different pace of working and a different pace of how their life is. And like I said, you cannot compare yourself to other people because everybody is on their own journey. Everybody has their own life to live. And by comparing yourself to somebody else, you're degrading who you are. You're basically telling yourself that you're not good enough. And you are. You're good enough. You are whole, all on your own. And you don't need anybody to complete you. You complete yourself. You were born in this world by yourself. So you spend the most time with yourself. Who do you have to love the most? Yourself. Who do you have to be kind to? Yourself. And when you start to do that, and you start to live with grace and you start to be kinder to yourself, there's going to be a huge shift in the outcomes of a lot of things in your life. There's going to be a huge shift. Nothing is going to bother you as much. You're just going to start kind of laughing things off because it's not a big deal. Not getting frustrated over the person who cut you off in traffic or the person who's listening to a very loud video in the doctor's office or when you're going to a family get-together, that one family member who keeps asking you when you're going to get married. None of that's going to bother you anymore because you love yourself. You're just going to laugh about it, you know? Because you know you're whole all on your own. And you love yourself. And when you're there for yourself, you're able to be the best version of yourself for other people as well. And this is true even if you have a family or if you're in a relationship. When you take care of yourself, put yourself first, love yourself, you're able to have a better relationship. Not only with yourself, but with other people, even friendships, even with people when you're going shopping and you're at the cash register, checking out with all your groceries, you're going to have a better experience with the cashier. You're going to just interact with people a little differently. And people are going to feed off of that. People could feel those energies. It's real. If you're huffing and puffing, you're going to notice that everybody else is going to be that way around you. Whether it's your perspective and how you see the world or how the world sees you, it's going to be happening. So it's your decision. Choose. Would you rather live life more relaxed and at peace and looking at the world without judgment? I learned to do that. Look at the world without judgment. Just look and observe. Everything is just let everything be, right? Go out to the store. And I want you to observe everything without judgment. Just observe the little old lady walking through the aisles, humming her favorite song, the kids whining and crying because they can't get a toy, but just observe it. Don't judge it. Just observe. Like you're watching a movie. No reactions, just observe everything and just don't attach to it, because that's not part of you. You react to things that are part of you. So would you rather live a life like that and you're more at peace? Or would you rather live a life that's more judgmental, where you're constantly judging yourself, and because you judge yourself, you judge other people? And then it's just an endless cycle, right? Who would you rather be? What kind of life would you like to live? It's up to you to decide this, right? And when you have a gift within you that you can share to the world, in my perspective, living a life that's more non-judgmental, surrounding yourself with high quality people, loving yourself, putting yourself first, putting self-care as a number one priority. That includes physical health, mental health, wellness, everything. I feel like when you're on that path, which is what the path that I'm on as well, because I've been there on the other side. I've been where I am now, and I've been on the other side where it was more judgmental when I was younger, when I was very young, teenage, early 20s. And that's what I've learned. And with what I went through with my story, I learned that it's just when you focus on what you need to do to embrace your gift and share it with the world, your spirit is louder than everything around you. So all the noise that's around you will start to dissipate, and your world becomes more peaceful. You don't judge when you're out. You just are living your life, doing what you need to do without judgment. And life is never going to be easier. But if you can just take that, at least those 100,000 pounds off your shoulders with what you can control, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? There's that option, right? So what I've learned is it's easier to create your goals, set your goals. And when you focus on your goals, you're not focused on anything else. Everything else becomes non-existent, basically, because you're so tuned in and you're locked in. You're locked into those goals. And everything starts to shift. Everything just starts to shift. Your perspective, your energy, your attitude, your spirit, the people around you will start to shift, especially if you're shifting in a positive way. People will start to shift either into your life, like the high quality people, or shift out of your life, the low quality people. So be prepared for changes, and adaptation is essential with this. And there will be people who will come in and out of your life for different seasons and for different reasons. Keep in mind that every one of those people will teach you something, whether it is good or bad. All of the situations in life and all the people you meet, look at them as a teacher, as a learning lesson. Look at it in that way, and you'll continue to grow as an individual. I want you guys to set your goals. Work on those goals every single day. Goals that will positively impact your life, that set the standard for your gift that you were born with. And you will know the gift. You could feel it. Work every single day to achieve those goals. Hold yourself accountable. Stay disciplined, you guys. You're in control of your discipline. Be diligent, and even on days that you do not want to get up from bed, the days that you don't want to do anything, I need you to get up. I need you to show up for yourself. I need you to never give up. Visit getupshowupnevergiveup.store. Read my ebook. Subscribe to this podcast. I'm on all platforms. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, everywhere. You can listen to podcasts. I'm there. YouTube. Follow Get Up, Show Up, Never Give Up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And I'll read your comments, and I want to, again, welcome our new followers and subscribers. Follow your goals, you guys. I know you can achieve them. And I'll talk to you soon.